The more big moves could be coming from the Boston Bruins, as reports have been heating up about Filip Zadina with the Boston Bruins in free agency. We're going to be talking about that. However, there could be an issue with the Jeremy Swayman contract and the salary that would be coming out of this. We're also going to be talking about one of the newer top prospects. Oskar Jellvik has been really making a name for himself, especially in this year's development camp. And even after this camp, he's still making waves around the Bruins community. So I'm going to be talking about all of this here in this video. Before we get into it, though, we know that 75% of you guys watching right now are not subscribed to the channel. If you're looking for a spot to get all of your Boston Bruins news, you're in the right spot. Hit the sub button. Join me here as we cover, as it's always going to be a very busy offseason and still a lot more stuff to come. And I'm sure you know what we're talking about, that Jeremy Swayman contract. And you won't want to miss out when we bring you that news. But let's get straight into our first topic here, which is I'm going to talk about the underrated prospect, and that is Oskar Jellvik. He is probably now one of the most underrated, if not the most underrated prospect in the Boston Bruins system. And I know a lot of people are going to say, that's not very hard. The Bruins don't have too many prospects. They kind of traded away all their first-round picks, so they don't have too many of these notable named guys in this system. However, that don't matter. Oskar Jellvik has been really making waves throughout this development camp, especially but last season as well with Boston College. And this is only going to continue this season, in what could be his final year with Boston College before heading to the Boston Bruins. So we're going to be talking about that, and first we're going to pull up this screenshot that we have here. After posting 4 goals and 17 points in 34 games as a freshman in the 22-23 season, Jellvik had an excellent season with Boston College in the 23-24, recording a new career highs, 13 goals, 29 assists for 42 points in 41 games. This is a significant improvement in his offensive production, and he should be on the radar of Bruins fans. And this is absolutely right. This is why I feel like I need to make a video. We haven't touched on too many prospects as of late, other than, the draft ones. But this was last draft. This is a new player that we need to bring up. I'm sure most of you know who he is, but as you've seen from this, you got to start getting to know this guy if you haven't already. But let's continue on with this. Jellvik's growth has not been lost on the rest of the Bruins development staff, including McQuaid. Even though Jellvik's scoring surge received a lift from playing alongside Boston College star and 22 fifth overall pick Cutter Gauthier, McQuaid believes that Jellvik will take another step forward in the 24-25 season, regardless of the talent around him. And this is going to be the case. Playing with these players will obviously increase your point total, the way you play and everything. However, you learn a lot from line mates like that. You learn a lot from teammates like that. And especially on a line with Cutter Gauthier, a guy who's really proved a lot already, been making waves with the trade that he had in this most recent season. This is going to be perfect for him once again in this upcoming season. The way he's going to play, especially now with Dean Letourneau, it'll be interesting to see if Boston College decides to play those two together and try and get a bit of chemistry there after they've had development camp and whatnot. It will all depend on what Boston College decides to do. The Boston Bruins don't still really have any control of them yet. But that will change soon once all the contracts and everything are signed, which we're hoping is very soon, at least some point during this, near the end of the season, and maybe even play a few games at the end like we see with some of these college players. But back to going with Boston College. This is a very good school. It's a great system. It's a great coaching staff. And that's exactly what you want to see from Jellvik right now, with transferring over to a more veteran role with that team, a more veteran role in, the whole college program, NCAA, and with his line mates and his teammates. This is going to be a great year for him. Hopefully, we're going to see even more of a point production like this, maybe closer to 1.5, 2 points a game. I'm asking for a lot there, but that would be awesome to see. And this guy seems like he can do it. Oskar Jellvik, the way he's performed in development camp. I don't have any clips here to show today, but you search up his name, you'll get a lot. And I'm telling you, some of those are worth watching. But even the coaching staff discussing what they want to see out of him. And let's start with Adam McQuaid for this. What he had to say about Oskar Jellvik. He says, he may have had one of the best growth seasons of the group. It was a big transition coming over, in the first year, smaller ice, little things like that. But I think his consistency is the main thing. He played well on the nightly basis. Gauthier is a really good player, but so is Oskar. I don't doubt that he can replicate what he did in the year coming up next. And this is exactly what you want to hear. The motivation like this from the staff of the Boston Bruins, everybody in the internals, saying like this, giving your player motivation, and even though you're not directly speaking to him, putting that out there, putting up that confidence, really will transfer that over to Oskar Jellvik as well. Whether it's intentional or not, I'm sure the Boston Bruins know what they're doing, but just a player to keep an eye on. I think we're going to see a lot from him, as Adam McQuaid said. he could replicate this, and I'm hoping that we're going to see more, and I fully believe he can see more. So I'm telling you, one player to keep an eye on here in this upcoming season, even the offseason. I'm thinking a lot of big things are going to come out of him. But let's head over to our second topic now, which is Filip Zadina. Could this signing be happening? I spoke about this a little while ago, but things seem to heat up as of late. We've been having some more reports and everything, and more articles are coming out from more sources, and something to me seems like we could be seeing something come soon. But this is what I'm going to pull up first, kind of give this a little read. It's a bit long, just bear with me here. But that has the potential to provide some depth scoring when inserted into the lineup. During his past season, the Sharks, he recorded 13 goals and 23 points in 72 games. Still not what you want to see out of Filip Zadina. High pick, lot of potential coming out of the Mooseheads, but it don't always turn out like that. But there's still lots of time, only 24 years old. Perhaps joining a Bruins team with better offensive weapons to work with could help Zadina's production go up more. We've seen this from newcomers before, like Pavel Zacha being a notable example. If the Bruins signed Zadina, he would give another option to consider for the NHL roster spot next season. In addition, when knowing that he's still only 24 years old, it's still possible for him to take that next step in his development. Due to this, he could be worth taking a chance on as a low-risk signing. And I'm telling you, I'm saying the same thing as I did last time. Last time I put this up, I wanted this to happen. The Bruins would love to have another goal-scoring guy like this. 13 goals in 72 games with the Sharks is not horrible. It's not great for the San Jose Sharks. If we've seen really any more, I would be very surprised from that. But 13 goals with the Sharks, 23 points, putting him on a team with the Boston Bruins, having that Czechia, mentorship with Zacha and Pastrnak, and having them potentially play together at some point, the potential I see with this could be very good. And as the article said, a very low-risk signing is what it could be. However, as I mentioned in the intro, there are issues with this. This might not be possible with the potential salary that we're going to see from Jeremy Swayman. If we're seeing reports of $9 million, that's going to be tough. But the Bruins, if they can make something work out, if they can make a Swayman contract worth $7.5, $7 million, by some means, I think this is almost the guaranteed signing that you need to make. And with this from new Puckpedia, and the Cap Friendly is no longer with us, I guess we can say, but Puckpedia, here's the new screenshots. You will be seeing more from me regarding the cap and everything. $8.6 million in cap space right now for the Boston Bruins. So, as I mentioned, if we can get potential $7 to $7.5 million deal for Jeremy Swayman long term, you absolutely have to make this signing for Filip Zadina, just to have that potential, just to have that risk-free but very, very high potential for a booming Filip Zadina. So let me know what you think about Zadina. Obviously, one that I've discussed a bit before, and I really think it could happen. Hopefully, it's happening. Something in my mind is making me think it. I'm seeing a lot of articles, a lot of reports, a lot of notes around Filip Zadina lately with the Boston Bruins. So hopefully we can see something. But as seen stats, 23 points, 72 games, minus 44. One thing to take into the note there. Not really going to have an effect. We can't take that into consideration because it was the San Jose Sharks team. 13 minutes time on ice with 24 years old. That's really what you need to know. The stats, potential that he has. I like it. I like it a lot, but I need to know what you guys think about this. This could be a really good signing if things work out the way the Boston Bruins want to. So, like I said, let me know what you think, but that's all I got here in this video. If you did enjoy, give it a like, hit the sub button. I'm signing out. Thank you for watching. Hope you have a great day. See you later.